Hello everybody and welcome or welcome back to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road. A bit like this non-reader in the black van who uses his wing mirrors and his brain less than a goldfish uses a TV remote control. Or this real blank label decision maker who's obviously got the mental agility and spatial awareness of a golf ball and does something which his father should have done decades ago, pull straight out. As we can see, the traffic light's turning red. Now, to all of us, that means stop. But when you drive an Audi with black windows and you're more inbred than Nutella, it's just another opportunity to display what an absolutely massive backwards cretin you really are. Now, staying on the theme of Audi drivers whose family tree resembles a circle, have a look at this no-chain bicycle philosopher. Car in front sticking to the speed limit, so what do? Well, you overtake on the wrong side of the traffic bollard. That's exactly what you do. So you're sitting at the red traffic light, just minding your own business, and another one-blade scissor thinker with the intelligence of a hard-boiled egg in an Audi stove straight into the front of your car. It's not all Audis, but it is always an Audi. I'd like you to meet Garrick, everybody, this week's Darwin Award nominee. He's another real Bobby Dazzler. We'll be catching up to him a bit later. This is Mayfair, one of the wealthiest parts of central London, but here's yet another Audi driver proving that wealth is only material wealth and certainly doesn't extend to intellectual wealth. I bet when Audi chose their emblem, they never ever imagined for 1 minute that 4 circles would mean that the driver's got the decision-making abilities of a piece of burnt toast. What is it with everyone driving on the wrong side of the road these days? It's one of the most basic rules that you follow when you're driving. Look at this mug, where's he going? He's a real statue in a world full of pigeons, that one. Look at this mentally stunted crayon eater with his closed tunnel thought process. Parking spaces on the left. Oh, I'm just going to park in the middle of the road. School just wasn't his thing really, was it? Nothing lets people know that you've got the cognitive ability and spatial awareness of a wet sponge in a dry bucket, like indicating left and then turning right. It's known as mirror signal manoeuvre for a reason, not just signal and manoeuvre simultaneously and trust in the power of prayer. Nothing lets people know that you're as mentally stable as a dropped tiramisu and you're only knitting with one needle, like sideswiping a car and pissing off into the darkness. I don't know about you, but I would have been in hot pursuit. Now, we all have to have sympathy for drivers like this one in the red car because they're obviously a victim. You're a victim of an overzealous midwife who'd obviously used a bit too much pressure on the old forceps getting him out. Now, you just feast your eyes on this absolute weapon. Goes on the wrong side of the bollard once because he don't like sitting behind cars what's sticking to the speed limit. Gets stuck behind another one. What's he do? Exactly the same thing again. You just know that he approached school and education the same way as a dog or cat approaches bath time. It never ceases to amaze me how on a road with not many cars, things can still go tits up in a second. The biker moves to the outside lane to allow the cars to join and the twat in the black car still nearly takes him out. The empty menu philosopher's driving skill in the black car is definitely code red. But when that car swerved towards him, the biker's pants were definitely code brown. And there's another real blunt axe. No indicator, no nothing. Yeah, there's a biker. We just pull to the left here, just move out of the way. Definitely a few bubbles short of a full jacuzzi, that one. If you're on a fast-moving dual carriageway and you take the wrong exit, no problem. Just reverse up and risk everyone else's lives, as long as you get to go where you want to go. That driver is to intelligence and road safety what an iceberg was to the Titanic. Nothing lets people know that your idea of multitasking is breathing and blinking at the same time, and also that your jigsaw puzzle's missing a few pieces, like driving a big box van and not using your mirrors. Now, this trailer's connected to a little truck, which is being driven obviously by some blocked pipe idea source. Now, not only does he leave the trailer sticking out blocking the supermarket car park roadway, oh no, he has to go and park his truck in the disabled bay. He's definitely got too many birds sitting on his antenna, that one. Nothing lets other drivers know that you've got the same ability to act intelligently and display common sense as a mermaid has got the ability to ride a unicycle, like overtaking on the wrong side of the bollard at a junction. It never stops, does it? Now, they do say that a dog is a man's best friend. Well, this man is definitely not his dog's best friend. Seriously, why is this cognitively disadvantaged spare-wheel thinker walking his dog near a busy road on a 2-metre lead? And even if you do walk your dog on a short lead, if you go into a shop and leave it somewhere, make sure you tie it up to something sensible, eh? Guys, if you like what you're seeing, I'll put a smile on your face. Can you do me a little favour and hit that little like and subscribe button down below, please? If you haven't done it already, that is. It's free and it really helps me out. Oh, and if the hype button comes up, can you press that as well, please? Because that really helps me out too. Thank you. Right, let's have a look at some more entry-level human beings. Now, that truck you're looking at in front, that's a foreign truck, and it's left-hand drive, which means the driver is sitting near to the hard shoulder there. Now, unfortunately for the driver of that white car, two things have happened there. Either one, he's in his blind spot, or two, the driver was looking into his offside mirrors too much as he was moving out into the outside lane. I'm going with a bit of both. What do you reckon? Now, waiting in traffic queues is a thing that we all have to do. But when you drive a Land Rover and you're an arrogant, non-thinking steering wheel mover who is so stupid you couldn't hit sand if you fell off a camel, then traffic queues for you are a thing of the past, my friend. And staying on a similar theme, here's another one. I don't wait in traffic queues because my mum always told me I was special. Yeah, she meant special needs, you blunt pencil. Then, of course, when they get in front, they all do the same thing. They flash their hazard lights a couple of times, which, as we all know on this channel, means that the driver's parents had the same surname before they got married. And in fact, as we can see here, the driver's swiping left on Tinder, Families Only edition, whilst driving. This is how backwards this blank map philosopher really is. Not only are they driving along using their phone, but they got their phone up near the rear view mirror so everybody can see what they're doing. As mentally switched on as an unplugged kettle, that one. Now, there's a few possible reasons why this simpleton in the white truck is driving the way he is. One, he's still pissed from last night. Two, he uses his brain less than Kojak uses a comb. Three, his thought process is more collapsed than a sumo wrestler's deck chair. Or four, all of the above. Me, I'm going with four. As promised, this week's Darwin Award nominee, Garrick, or Garrick Jones to be more precise. And here is the one brain cell, one man demolition derby dimwit kicking off his event by smashing that red car in the rear. And then watch what this dry reservoir philosopher does next. Thank God that young mum pushing the buggy with her little boy behind her wasn't on the other side of the road, because if they had been, that no rungs ladder of thought halfwit would have been looking at a murder charge.
When was your last drink? Because I'll be honest, you smell quite strongly of...
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, was it? Okay, all right. Have you had a cigarette or anything in the last 20 minutes?
No.
All right.
So just so you can see, sir, that's all sealed, okay? I'll open it up in front of you, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, when I tell you to do so, form a nice tight seal around there, okay? Blow steadily and evenly until I tell you to stop. My colleagues already explained to you that if you cannot provide us with this sample, you will be arrested, okay?
Yeah.
All right, when you're ready.
What do I do, blow?
So, yeah, take a nice big deep breath in. Right, okay, stop. Stop. Take it out your mouth. Right. Okay, like this. Look at me. See me?
Yeah.
It's like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? Keep going. Stop. On 3, 2. Needs to be arrested. Okay, sir, 1732, okay?
Yeah.
You've blown over the legal limit of alcohol, so you're under arrest for Section 5 of the Road Traffic Act, okay?
Yeah.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, all right?
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
What's going to happen now is you're going to be taken to the police station where you're going to provide us with another sample of breath, okay? And then you're going to be interviewed about what's happened once you sobered up.
Okay.
DJ, receiving Oscar Tango 22. Male driver's blown 132 roadside, arrested by myself, Section 5, 1732.
I put a link to the news article relating to this smooth brain pensioner down in the description below this video. You're going to like this one. An Audi and a Mercedes in the same clip. Do I need to say more? No, I don't, but I'm going to anyway, because a pair of these paper submarines are as mentally confused as a compass in a magnet factory. And there's another no-strings yo-yo philosopher driving a BMW this time. If he goes slow, the same speed as his mental agility, no one will notice him creeping through the red light there. 2 tickets, one for the red light, one for the yellow box junction when there was a perfectly empty lane on the near side. Now, before anyone says anything, let's cut this driver some slack. I mean, look how small that parking space is that they're trying to get in there. Thank God that they got the mobile parking banksman on board with them. Some people tackle parking and reason in the same way as a pigeon tackles a crossword. Here we are in Ireland, and it appears they've got the same amount of confused German car drivers as we've got over here. A bit like this one, in fact, who appears as confused as a goldfish at a chess tournament. And speaking of goldfish, it ain't only them what have got a 3-second memory. Her first cousin parents must be so proud. This is where we are as a species right now. If you're driving a van or a car and the driveway or the entrance that you're going into, you can't turn around when you're in there. You should back in there. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that. But that's not the best of it. This one-glove thinker, or should I say this empty backpack philosopher, what does he do once he backs out onto the main road? Well, what any sane person would do with a modicum of intelligence, they drive down the pavement to avoid sitting in the traffic queue. That's exactly what he does. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'll put a playlist there on the right if you want to watch some more of my videos. A massive thank you to everyone who sent in clips. If your clip weren't in this video, it might be in the next one. So have a fantastic weekend, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.